You guys, we are on to our headliner. Holy cow. He is visiting us from Los Angeles. That's right. He, given the music world here that we're in, he wrote jokes for Courtney Love and lived to tell about it. And I'm still dying to hear the specifics of that and how the hell that happened. And also Sirius Radio, NPR, Pandora, and he's got albums out. He's going to be in the back after the show, and you can grab one of his albums. He is so fantastic. I had the pleasure of meeting him when I snagged a front row seat to a show he was doing with Kevin Nealon, and then I had a tray of drinks spilled on me, and that was very exciting. I did not leave the show because it is not every day that you get free homemade edible panties. I'm going to take advantage of that. Also, I'm not even kidding. He is so funny. I didn't even want to miss a minute of his set. So I eschewed dignity and embraced comedy and sat there with wet pants. And that is how good he is. If you spill anything on yourself, don't even bother. Just take it in. You guys, we are in for such a treat. It is Dax Jordan.
What she meant to say is, if you also pee your pants and then have to cook up a big story about them spilling things on your pants to explain your wet pants, still do that. Did you pee your pants? Is that you? Are you a pants wetter? Fantastic. I like that we can all get away with that here. This is great. This is such a Portlandy recording studio. I have a CD. It's terrible. I'm going to record my next album here in this room. I've already decided. Yeah, it's going to be everything is so Portlandy and recording studio. And in the green room, they have a bowl of blanched, roasted, salted, organic earplugs. So I'm just going to pass these around. And you guys just, here you go, take a couple of earplugs, pass that around. There's just nothing more Portlandy than that, guys. If you leave that on your bedside, probably mice will come take them. If you put them in your ears, probably mice will come take them. Out of your ears. We'll pass them back. Don't give them back. You think the front row is like VIPs or something? Did you pay extra for that seat? No, I don't think so. You got here early, and that is appreciated. Sorry about the heat. We've been farting a ton back there. It's not working out. I'm visiting Portland again for the summer. I'm from here. I had to move to Los Angeles. You know, they make the entertainment. And every time you move to Hollywood, no matter where you're from, people always give you that same thing. They're like, hey, look out for broken dreams. Exactly. They think that's hilarious. It's sad. I'm like, well, due to the sedative nature of my antidepressants, I don't have dreams. I close my eyes, 8 hours later, they open, there's boogers, something happened. The tape is blank. It was nice to be back in Portland. This is my prime demographic right here. Yes! Which is people who know what a prime demographic is. You don't, you aren't. Get the hell out. I miss Portland politics. Every 2 years, those elections where they have to spend a bunch of money on radio commercials, but the issues nobody gives a shit about. They still gotta act like they care. Bob Grabowski thinks water is too watery. He voted 3 times to remove 1 hydrogen atom from H2O. Bob Grabowski, wrong on basic molecular physics. Wrong for Beaverton Chamber of Commerce. Paid for by citizens for a registered 501c3 BO. That one is a robot. I didn't mean to get political, guys. Sometimes there's good news in politics. Unfortunately, a couple of years ago, Arizona Rep. Gabby Giffords was the victim of an assassination attempt in broad daylight. It's horrible. They didn't know if she'd live. She was in a coma. Eventually, she woke up relearned how to walk, how to talk. Last year, she did her job. She walked onto the Senate floor and voted on the debt ceiling bill, and when she did that, she received a 10-minute bipartisan standing ovation. 10 minutes. I don't think it's too much to ask when I leave the stage tonight. But to be shot in the head for my beliefs. Is that too much to ask, guys? Somebody in here's packing, huh? Some hipster has got a gun, ironically. That'd be pretty fun. I do have opinions. I'll run afoul of something. I'll try. I like to push buttons. The thing, people talk about political correctness, and I'm like, well, yes, that's a thing. The reason it's a thing is that means we're trying. If we're a politically correct city, yes, it just means we're trying too hard. The other people are not trying hard enough, open carrying AK-47s in a Target. That is totally incorrect. We're at least pushing it too far. And then people say, hey, that's kind of stupid, and we reel it back a little bit. For instance, my nephew's grade school here in Portland banned fruit punch because it sounds like a hate crime. All right, that's not true, but it could be. It absolutely could be true. Everything else I say from here on is going to be the truth. And I'm going to reveal some things. Guys, I recently Shazammed my sex noises. Haven't you ever been curious?
Yeah.
Tusk, Fleetwood Mac. Who knew? Curious person. This is what I'm doing, a hard-earned 4-year University of Oregon psychology degree. This is what you can do with one of those. Any other wasted degrees in the room? Who's wasting a degree right now, huh? Oh, right up front even. No wonder you were early. You got nothing else to do. What's your degree that you wasted? Performing arts. Well, you knew. There's no way to fool you. They fooled me. They told me psychology degree would be useful, so I got one. And then they went, psych. Jokes on those assholes, I learned a few things. For instance, when a good-looking girl at the bar walks away from her drink, leaves that thing unattended, you know what kind of pill thoughtful Dr. Dax drops in there? A placebo. This is a little bit sweeter now, just like you. Welcome to the control group, Stacy. The control group is the best place to be, right, science friends? Yeah. Nothing's happening there. And if you don't know what a placebo is, you're probably on one right now. That's a good sign. You're addicted to the sugar pill, baby. I also read a lot of psychology studies. They found recently, this is very interesting, that the children being raised by same-sex couples are smarter and more well-adjusted than the average, not as well-dressed kid. Across the board, those kids do better, and they don't know why. I think I know why. Probably because you can't accidentally adopt a kid. Straight people accidentally have kids every day. Some of you are gonna tonight. And therefore raise them shitty. There's no gay whoops. No one's ever woke up all hungover after that party, tattered rainbows hanging off the chandeliers. Oh, that was a lot of rosé. Oh, fuck, wait a minute. Did we do 50 pages of paperwork? Talk to 9 social workers? And write a check for $10,000 last night? No? Woo! Dodge that bullet. Good. Oh, man. Parade? So, unfortunately, my parents are straight. I'm just plain average. My parents are pretty cool, though. They're smart. They're good looking. I'm smart looking. Not a super helpful trait. You know what I can't do? I can't go into Best Buy wearing a blue shirt. Nope. Not an option for me. I was just trying to Christmas shop last year. Old lady wouldn't stop yelling at me all the way down the aisle. Sir, does this DVD also have a Netflix? I don't work here. And yes. What's your budget? Interested in the extended warranty? I'm 84. All right, skip the extended warranty. You know what? Fuck this lady. Hit the gym. I could work out. You don't know. I'm in very good shape, sir. I don't work out to put on muscle. Not gonna happen. It's not my body type. I work out for the other compelling reason, which is to flee from danger effectively. Some shit goes down. Stacy wants to kick my ass. I'm out the door. Strong legs, lung capacity. I've been on a Stairmaster. What you got? Some guys want to be a lion. Rawr. Some of us want to be the gazelle. Had to rebalance the room. That's old. Could have easily lost money breaking shit. It's fun. All right. Sorry, it did get hot in here. I thought I'd dress up. I'm an idiot. I did that. I look smart, but I'm not smart. Clearly, I don't even like downloading music. I like to physically own something. So I sell a CD. You can get it on iTunes, but what if the cloud goes away? Poof, where's your shit? Right? Gotta have a CD. So this last Christmas, I went online and had mailed to my house Sting's Christmas album, Police Navidad. But it was tantric, so it didn't come for a month. This is the highest percentage of a crowd that's ever got that joke. Pretty sexy. For the rest of you, I'll let you know the thing. Tantric sex is the ancient Eastern Indian tradition in which the male withholds his sexual release. He focuses on the woman and her pleasure. You have all the orgasms you want. The man holds it for like a month. Right? And then he dies. Yeah. I think you ladies agree it's probably worth it. Probably worth it. One good month, all we need you for anyway, right? That's what you're...
All we need you for.
Oh, thank you. No, that was me talking as a woman. Saying that's all, yeah, thank you for not getting the subtext, but next time I'll take the things that are in parentheses and just say them. That's my luck with women in general. They don't really generally get me. It's all right. It's a thing. I'm dating again after going through a divorce. Any divorces in the house? Who's had one of those buttes, huh? Now you can yell, we don't need you either. Because it is technically true. The divorce is going well. I made one big decision so far. I'm keeping my last name. It's kind of a big one. It's actually going smoothly, I think for the same reason the marriage did not go smoothly. No equity. We're poor as shit, nothing to fight over. I recommend being that way when you get a divorce. Here's exactly what happened. She got the couch, I got the car, same value. The only other thing we had was a cat. She brought that in, she could have it. You can't split those anyway, can you? If we could, I'd get the back half. Only half I ever saw. Not sure my cat had a face. Guys, isn't that what they do for you? They just sit there on the couch next to you, just butthole right at you, just tail up Dirt Star. That's all I ever saw. I'm on mushrooms, it's talking to me. You're out of laundry detergent. You can keep that nightmare machine. So after thinking about how we should talk to everyone about our divorce, we decided to post about our divorce, let everyone know via Facebook. Like you do. Right? You agree that's good? You agree that is not good. You are both correct. Either way, it was easier than calling 537 people. Plus, we met on MySpace. Well, we met in real life. I asked her out via MySpace. Either way, it was the right upgrade to break up on Facebook. And we did a little co-post. We were on the phone, discussed it, little thing from her, from me. We posted the same thing on both of our pages at the exact same time. Boom, send. The one I posted got 10 times as many likes as the one she posted. I don't know what that means, but I printed it out and took it to court. You always have to hand one document to Judge Judy. That's going to be the one right there. Take this over there, Bailey. So, after 7 years total with somebody, you start to become one, you know? You think the same, you get into the same stuff. Now I'm figuring out who I am again. It's kind of fun. Do I like farmers markets? I guess I'll find out on Wednesday at 2. Dancing with the Stars, is that a show I'm going to watch alone in my underpants with a beer on my new couch? Fuck no. No, we hate that show. We're watching it for you. You're welcome, ladies. Compromise. Choking a woman in bed. That was her thing. Some of you ladies are into the rough stuff. Good for you. I'm a mama's boy. I had to be coached into that stuff. You ever somebody just throw that out there? Choke me. What? Like, but I like you. Yeah, choke me. I'm losing mine. I figured out how to do it eventually. I got okay at it for her. Not part of my repertoire. However, I think I might still do that one for a while. Just waiting until one person got all the gravitas. That was wrapped up in the end of that little bit there. I could have gone, those are heartstrings. I got weird advice before I got married. Maybe that's why I still did. Somebody had just said, Dax, marriage is like peanut butter. Someone accidentally gets chunky. Doesn't make any sense at all. I think a more accurate metaphor is that marriage is like smoking a joint and assuming you'll be high forever. So what are you, high? Yes. That is high thinking, is assuming you'll be high forever. And that's what love is. You're drunk on a brain chemical called oxytocin, right? That's what love is, oxytocin, which is chemically a combination of oxygen and toe sucking. We have some toe suckers in here? Yeah, it's good stuff. Need me for that now, don't you? Uh-huh. Gotta do the toe sucking, man. I know some of you are like, oh, it's gross, whatever. Clean toes, all right? Out of the bath, whatever. Carry them to the bed. In the bath. Do it that way. She puts weirder stuff in her mouth for you. Just toes. It's a nice thing. Damn right. It's a good idea. Usually, one time, things went wrong. You ladies like to get the shellac pedicures, right? Right? It lasts forever. It doesn't chip. It's great, the shellac. You gotta do it. One day she got the shellac pedicure. It wasn't quite dry. A lot more chemicals involved in the shellac. So it was still off-gassing, and I did my toe-sucking duty. Oh. Got a horrible headache. Got super nauseous. Oh, it wasn't good. Guys, turns out I'm lactose intolerant. Yeah. I made you go all the way with me on that. All the fucking way. You thought that was going somewhere real. Bam! Right in the face. That's why the people in the safe zone out there clapped for it. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are in here like, we sweated for a pun? Fuck yeah, you did. Comedy takes me to the weirdest places. A hot recording studio, my grandma's deathbed in Madison, Wisconsin. Oh, is that a story? Sure is. I got to do a comedy club out in Madison where my grandma was dying. I wouldn't have been able to see her otherwise. It worked out perfectly. So one day, family and I were gathered around her in the hospice room. They're talking about going to the comedy club. Like, Dax, it's too bad your grandma can't come to the comedy show. why don't you do one of your jokes for her? Normally I'd say no. People ask you this all the time. High school reunions, whatever, parties. Fuck no. I couldn't say no. So I real quick am just like, okay, what can I do? What can I say? All right. Hey, Grandma. She was conscious kind of just for a sec. Kind of like, hey, Grandma. I used to be a cowboy mime called Quiet Earp. And she goes, that is the stupidest thing I have ever heard in my entire life. She died a week later. That still having been the stupidest thing she ever heard. And those were the last words she ever spoke to me. So I tell that joke for Grandma, she'll live for fucking ever. Thanks to puns. Yeah! I appreciate puns and I always will. Yes, it's a sickness. I still enjoy it. I have my sicknesses. We all have it. The diversity in Portland gives us the cure to that sickness. Look around. We got all kinds of white people in here. Young white people, old white people. You guys have cable. You watch other cultures' channels, right? It's the only way to... I bet some of you guys even watch BET, huh? All right, who's heard of BET? How about that one? Roughly half of you, good? I know, it makes a boring joke. I get it, lady. I'm almost done. Not much oxygen here. It's mostly hot air. I get it. BET, it's not the gambling channel. That's what I discovered. You know how I know? I had a black roommate for 2 years. White people live with a black person. You'll find out just how white you are. They'll tell you. Right? My roommate had a chart he flipped open. He's like, you come in right around Dukes of Hazzard Christmas reunion. You're pretty honky. Shooting for deadliest catch, but pretty close. Pretty close. All right. So we started watching BET's Comic View, great stand-up comedy show. It's been on for decades. We were sitting there watching it one day, and I got a huge surprise at the end of this episode. They actually said, BET's all-black comedy cabaret is brought to you by Cotton. Exactly. You're uncomfortable laughing. I'm sitting next to a 250-pound black dude. I'm like, oh. Is that funny? Yes, for you, but not for me. You know what? You're right. You don't have to pay rent this month. I got it. I don't even know what terms to use. Black, African American, other. My roommate made an excellent point. He's like, yeah, African American's cool, but first at least be sure both of those things apply to the person you're talking about. It's like, yeah, I guess you're right, because I went to college with black dudes from all over the world. U of O, oh my God, everywhere. People say, hey, who's your African American friend? I'm like, Amadou? He's Portuguese Jamaican. He's about as American as a jalapeno knish. What are you talking about? He's just black. I think we'll do better with African American when BET, that channel, changes its name to African American Entertainment Television. AAET. Pronounced I. Most of you guys got that? One confused old white guy. I'll hip you to the lingo. I is a contraction of all righty. Boom. Boom. Now I lost the younger guy. A contraction. There's no video game that teaches this shit. How are you supposed to... I'm just picking on you. I just needed a shill. I appreciate it. You look like my dad. That's a good... Doesn't he look like he could be my dad? We look like we could be related, right? Yeah. Got the same thing going on?
I don't think you can grow any facial hair though.
Oh, I could. I just choose to grow it on my balls. You might look into it. It's good times. Gamers in the house? You gamer? Meh. All right. Yeah. But I like realistic things. And like my cousin's got a World War II game. He's a little kid, but he's learning things about World War II. I never knew because he's playing from within it. He goes, Uncle Dax, I beat World War II 9 times. I was like, oh, and Grandpa, just the once. What a pussy. He was a World War II guy, and after the war, he went and sold Fords the rest of his life. And when he died 10 years ago, back at the dealership where he worked his whole life, out of respect for his service to our country, when he died, they lowered the balloons to half-mast. And then we burned him. You ever have somebody cremated? You don't get ashes. That's not what you end up with. Oh yeah, because we're not made of wood. You ever taken that bag of stuff they give you? It jangles. It's rough. It's like gritty. Because it's bones and whatever keys he had in his pocket when they put him in that oven. Right? It's like goth facial rub or something. I don't know. And they don't call it ashes because that's not what it is. It's cremated remains. They made a name for that. Cremains. They made up, that's the official word for cremated remains. Cremains. I don't know, it sounds like the goo in a French Twinkie. It's fucked up. That's a person. To add insult, that urn is like $700 for that made up stuff. I'm cheap. I said, look, Dad, when you die, I'm putting your cremains in a sarcophagus can. Big Lebowski style, right up there. On the mantle. That was my dad. He was good to the last drop. So there are World War II video games. They made $1 billion on this concept. So now, I just got the light. Lets me know 5 minutes. Guys, you ready to be cool again in 5 minutes? I am. There's a video game came out just a few years ago. I'm not making this up. Conflict. Vietnam. There's a Vietnam video game. That's wrong for a lot of reasons. First of all, America's children are dumb as 2-day-old tacos. They don't know what happened in that war. Can you see a confused 12-year-old taking this back to the store? Excuse me. I can't seem to beat this Vietnam game. Did you try the cheat codes? Can be invincible? Yeah, I got to the end, didn't get a parade. Got a bunch of hippies spitting on me. Come on, come on. Can't have that, though. They fixed the game. You can beat it by playing as the Vietnamese soldiers instead of the American soldiers. Holy shit. In one generation, we went from Donkey Kong to Viet Cong. Holy fuck. How'd you like to be the mother of the kid playing that game? As Charlie. He gets all into it. After 5 hours, he's finally hungry, hits pause. Hey, Mom, give me more hot pocket. Diddy Mao, Diddy Mao! Diddy Mao. Jeez, here. Be a patriot, steal a cop car, beat a hooker, Grand Theft Auto. There you go. That's why Grandpa fought. It's much more popular than beating a hooker. I appreciate the sensitivity of Portland audiences. Every other audience in the world claps for the hooker beating part. And they go crazy for that part. And I'm like, oh, really? That's the part you clap at? Even though the fact is it was an ooey response, it's the first time emotionally I'm satisfied by how that joke ended. So I appreciate kind of a Pyrrhic victory on that one. Won and lost that joke at the same time. And I do appreciate it. Guys, I recently Shazammed my sex noises. Yeah, 1812 Overture. It's the one with the cannon at the end. Anyone? All right. I'm just playing with those. It's a new concept. I don't know what songs everyone's familiar with. So we'll strike that one from the list. Strike it. Strike the old canon one from the list. Take it off. All right, we're getting close to the end here. This is where I shill. I do have a CD. I sell it for exactly whatever you feel like paying. That is the price. That is not just because we're in Portland. I do that anywhere. It fucks people up in the rest of the world. You guys are like, yeah, doesn't everybody do that? Can I just give you some already chewed gum? Yeah, well, you could, sure. But otherwise people yell at me, no, tell me how much it is! This is not how capitalism works. Where the fuck are you from? Portland, man, chill out. You've been wearing Tevas? That's how you know I grew up here. Nobody wears that shit anymore. And I also don't care how much you give me because they stretched out the artwork on front and they screwed up right in the back. Oh, and I accidentally thanked my ex-wife. Gotta buy this stuff. Is it PG-13? A few curse words, whatever. But you can hear it because that's freedom when you own the thing. You have to buy rap music if you want to hear the whole thing. You ever tried listening to good rap over the public airwaves on the radio? They blank out the cursing. Sometimes a third of the song. Gone. I wish I had a Tourette's guy in the car with me. Just going, fuck, shit, help. That's what goes there. This is like karaoke, but just for you. Can't hear the cursing. That's why Snoop Lion, as he's known now, you know that Snoop Dogg, realized he was the reincarnated Bob Marley, which if you smoked that much pot, you would be too. So Snoop Lion, one of the biggest stars on the planet, will never be completely mainstream like Martha Stewart, because Snoop's cooking show wouldn't make any sense, would it? Just be a lot of, yeah. First you take, whip, chop up, add the garlic butter. Put that in the oven, mince at degrees, but bad mother souffle, yeah. So thank you guys very much. You've been an excellent, sweaty, beautiful crowd. Much appreciated. Back to Jenna. Come on out, Jenna. Got another round.